It was good. It's your boy, Eric. I'm coming at you one time. Today was a pretty good day. It's Monday. I had a job interview today. Company called Logical. It was pretty legit. It went on for like 45 minutes, but it was pretty dope. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty straight day today. Like I can't really, complain. This morning I woke up around like 5:30 a.m. And I don't know if it had anything to do with like Saturn going into Aquarius, but for people that's in astrology, I'm a Leo sun. I'm a Cancer rising with an Aquarius moon. Y'all know for every opposite of a Leo is an Aquarius. So like through my life, that's something I always had to like I've dealt with. And in this life, through my observation and through, my downloads and, to what I've come to know. Growing up, I always had the tendency to go off the deep end. I never, really disciplined my emotion. But as a child, it was like no filter, made friends instantly, you feel me, and I was just out there, you feel me? I was just young, wild, and free. Like I didn't care. So, I was doing any and everything, you feel me? Like, nigga was, I was cut. I was for the world, and I thought I was grown, man. Straight up, I hopped out the porch as soon as I could. And I'm the eldest of four, so as soon as I come back to the home base, trying to put my sister on game, trying to put my brothers on game, that was just my forte. And, crazy thing is, I really wasn't into, like, smoking or, like, drinking like that until I got like in high school and shit. When I tried it, bro, like, it changed me. So my relationship, with that drug, or with that herb, what I mean? It's like up to this point, man, yeah, that was my main. We went highs and lows together, you feel me? And I'm so appreciative of that, you feel me, of that experience. It taught me so much and it grew my personality, showed me different relationships, invited different things in my life that, was just like dope. Once I got into college, I started getting in trouble. Like, what I mean? It wasn't the same. Like, you know, it wasn't like high school where, you could come in late at night, go straight upstairs and go to bed. Or, you feel me, you wake up, like the bus come at like 6:14. Nigga, I'm waking up at like 5 o'clock. You feel me? The joint already rolled up from the night before. I'm going into my little spot, what I mean? I light up the joint, I'm playing Good Dank by Wiz. Like, keep surreal, nothing like these rappers do. Joints I hit, more rats that kicks off, can't rip this off. Tag on your mattress, fool. You rather be high. This that shit, bitch. Now you in the presence of the fly. Louis cover my eyes. Not no $100 Ray-Ban fam, need 675. Rap ass niggas telling you lies when they game. There's some things money just can't disguise. That's why I keep it in the G as well. Keep my pride, you a lame. What's good with a couple niggas who ride? Look, fella, trees yelling just by the smell. You could tell us chronic. I smoke hella. My pockets with mozzarella. Ayy, you know what I mean, bro? Like, and I went to like a predominantly white high school and everything, man. So the misconception is you can go to an all black school and people think you got it easier because you went to an all white school. But black people, white folk don't like you just as much as certain black people might not like you. You feel me? Me, I don't want no clique individual. I want no gang nigga, you know what I mean? And I know this just like a whole backstory I was trying to tell you about Monday and shit. But I grew up kind of jiggy. I grew up like in that 90s. I'm a 94 baby, you know what I mean? Like Far Side, Sade, Bougies, Lauren Hill, The Beehive. When 106 Apart used to come on, backspace on the on the remote when BT Uncut come on and your dad came in 3 o'clock in the morning and everything. You hit that backspace for like Nickelodeon. Like, nigga, I come from that time, you know what I mean? It was still dial up, straight up, like, like on some shit, yeah. Mom put me in the EOGs, like EOG package. You gotta do this in the summertime. Yeah, do this in the summertime. You gonna go to college. Yeah, nah, you gonna get on that A honor roll. 7, take away, what number? What is it? 7, bow, got hit with the belt. Like, come on now. We come from that. I came from that. They say that the greatest gift that God gave himself is relativity, right? Like, I find joy in like relating. I really care about, my nature and my culture and my history. I'm spiritual. I respect my roots. They say that, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You could be spiritual, but you gotta disrespect religion, it seems like. Or you gotta like religion, but you gotta disrespect spirituality. You can go to a white high school, but you gotta forget about your upbringing and change the way you talk and shit like that. You're gonna find out about me that I just know what pain feel like. And later on in life, I learned that pain is a teacher. Pain ain't something that, holding your heart to be mad at. And it's one of the greatest teachers. It's a beautiful teacher. Throughout the years, though I thought I was mature, I wasn't sophisticated in my mind. The theme of my life that keeps me going is triumph. That triumph, man, overcoming. It ain't no feeling in the world, straight up. 2020, we here. Appreciate it again, man. Y'all looking at my channel. Stay up. Peace.
So what's good, gang? I'm here at the PNC, about to walk in. Had to come through over on the side. They said we gotta go to the administration building and ask for a lady named Megan. So today on the itinerary, today's plan is a PNC interview. I got a phone interview for Planet Fitness, and I'm going in the food line to see, to put in an application. So, man, wish me luck, man. We out here 2020, shit, legacy. Peace.
What's up, guys? Tuesday, March 24th. All right, so yeah, today went pretty well. Did my little PNC interview, and it was interesting. You know what I mean? It was like the it was two young girls that was conducting it, which was like different. Um, Personally, we could use a more professionalism, I think, but I'm content with it. You know what I mean? It was pretty cool. But yeah, man, let's get to the real though. You know what I mean? Shit, it's getting real in the city, bro. It's getting real, man. Like, I just found out today that Charlotte, we about to go under a stay home quarantine Thursday, starting at like 8 a.m. You know what I mean? I really don't give a fuck. I don't know. It's like, I really don't care about it. You know what I mean? Like, this COVID-19, like, don't get me wrong. Like this shit sucks and everything, but like, on my spiritual level though, man, it's just like I'm blessed, bro. Like I'm feeling good. Like, you know what I mean? It's so much like God working, man. God working in our favors, whether we know it or not. You know what I mean? Even to the sick, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they getting better. These nurses, they doing their thing out here, and it's like it's getting it's getting it's getting better, man. The earth is like purging itself, getting better and everything. It's a lot of people out here that think that it's this or it's that. It's no virus. It is a virus. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know, just in the middle of it all, man. I just feel like I'm in the eye of the hurricane. You know what I mean? Just making sure like everything like calm and serene and shit. You know what I mean? So I ain't really tripping. Personally, I think in my life right now, yeah, I think it's time for a relationship. I do. At the same token, like, I'm liking my solitude right now. I'm liking my personal space. Like, I'm liking the introspective period of everything going on right now. It's pretty dope. Um, yeah, that shit. Hey, dude. I don't know if y'all see that. Boy, my fucking stomach jump like a motherfucker. Everything coming together. Everything looking pretty dope. The wind howling outside, crazy. I'm not sure if this is even important, man, but like, for anybody going through any relationships out there, right? Granted, I'm a Cancer rising, right? And I guess like, the Cancer energy in me, like, whenever we see behaviors or like something that like, can harm people, harm the person and himself, herself, that we want to help. A lesson today that I've learned though, man, is that you can't help everybody, and sometimes the best help that you can give anybody is to, just back off and just lead by example and just like represent your life as a testament of what could happen or what could be, and how to respond to just life in general, because people just learn from that. Some people, people are different. Everyone's different, and people learn at different rates, at their own unique type of way. Personally, man, I've been in, it's been a relationship that I'm a part of and everything between me and this individual. And I'm not going to say any names because I'm not trying to incorporate drama. I'm not trying to incorporate like any of that type of energy or like bring that, you know, to myself and everything. I ain't, I ain't no flight. I ain't no flighty type of individual. I'm not no flighty type of guy. Like, even if it did come, like I'm gonna fight for what I believe in. But you know what I mean. Once you done grown into, you growing up, man. You get tired of if you ain't gotta fight, not you don't fight. You know what I mean. If you ain't gotta battle, you ain't gotta battle. You know what I mean. And it's gonna be a point where you've been fighting all your damn life. You gonna get tired of that shit. You just gonna want peace. You just gonna want harmony. You just gonna want like serenity. Tranquility. And that right there, man, that's like the blessing. You know what I mean. That's heaven to a nigga that had to fight. You know what I mean. Fight through everything. Fight to get to where he at, to where she at. You know what I mean? You get to a point you don't want to fight no more. You just want to be. You know what I mean? Vibe out, be a jiggy, be a cool, young, individual, young person, old person. You just want to vibe. So, you know what I mean? Um, I've been in a relationship with this individual and everything, right? And it dawned on me, it's hard to perceive something through text. It all started with, I think an emoji. I put up like a beer emoji hitting, each other. Y'all know that emoji. And I think the individual thought that I was saying that he was drunk. And I'm like, man, nah, that's just like shout outs. Like that's exactly what that means. Like I'm not, what I mean? It was like weird. Like it was way back. So, I was like, from there it was like kind of planting the seed of like mistrust. You know what I mean? Not that I trusted him or he trusted me or anything, you know what I mean? Like, this is like over text, this is over, internet type shit. You know what I mean? This is like, if anything, a shout out. You know what I mean? Everybody got their own views on stuff, right? And if people open to say what they want to say, I should be open to say what I want to say without any backlash, without any ridicule, but it comes with the territory too as well. So I'm not naive if we all disagree. It's my responsibility not to take either personal. And it came to a point where we can disagree, but it's a point where you can disagree and you're disagreeable. It's a point where you can argue and you're being argumentative. But it came to a point where you're talking about me, you're insulting me. You know what I mean? And that's something that I don't fuck with. I was like, okay, this is a time to practice resilience. This is a time to teach others that, whenever you're faced with this type of, energy, this type of situation, this is how you respond, right? Now, granted, through the midst of me being resilient, people were laughing, people, were taunting, trying to, I feel like get me out my character and shit. And the thing is that all the while, where I took fault at is that I was doing this to prove to individuals this is a healthier way. And at that point in time, I thought that, the situation was going to change. Kept feeling it was going to change, but it wasn't. The individual tried to, bring up saying, relationship problems, had problems with my, you know, the way I express myself, my sexuality. You know what I mean? Trying to just like come after, my masculinity. You smoke weed if you want to, drink if you want to. I did both. You know what I mean? But understand that, if you do put it down, what's worked for me has worked for me. You're gonna do whatever you want to do at the end of the day. That's your prerogative. We all got freedom of speech, and I feel the need to express that. So it came to a point where it was just insult and an insult, and I was just like, "This is how you respond to it. I'm a prove to y'all that I'm the bigger man. I'm a bigger man." When I just should have walked away. My third eye, which is your real eye, and which you realize, regardless of who mouth it comes out of, if it's the truth, it's the truth. You know what I mean? The truth resonates with the spirit, and everybody knows what truth is once it resonates with you. So you'll realize what you realize, and what I realize is that whenever you face with an individual, that if you're faced with adversity, state your claim, argue your point. Y'all should be able to agree to disagree, or y'all should be able to come to common grounds. Moving forward, I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? It didn't calm down. I think we seeing eye to eye. But I seen a pattern when I first got put onto this individual's channel. I was like, man, this shit lit. Like this, he talked just like me. I was just getting into astrology, and there was so many different people, describing astrology. But I came across this channel, and I was like, man, a black guy into astrology from the neighborhood. Man, nigga, what? Man, shit, man. Hold up, let me see what's up. Started getting to his live chats and everything. Started putting myself out there. Met this girl, man, beautiful girl, man, beautiful spirit. And I looked on her IG, and bro, we had that mutual friend. And I was like, man, shit, like you follow the same. This my teacher. Like this who this who I'm like getting game, from. You know what I mean? Like this, yeah, he like that. You know what I mean? One of my teachers. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, like, what I mean? It was like dope. And at that time, it was, I'm not sure if you call it lost or call it lostness or whatever, indoctrination, man. I don't know what you call it. But, brother was speaking facts. Like, brother was breaking down stuff. And he has a gift of, like, putting it in relatable terms. Like, definitely, like, the way dude mind work, he put it in relatable terms on some wisdom shit. You know what I mean? And it's just enough orthodox for like you to relate it. You know what I mean? But relatable. Like it's just like we talking in a barbershop and brother like break it down just like barbershop talk. And I'm like, damn, I see it. Like it's to the point like anyone could digest it. Anyone could like understand it. Like, you know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, that's what's up. Like, you know what I mean? That's his gift. So like, that's what got me hooked up on, the channel and everything. And, that happened. And moving forward, you know what I mean? It just got to the point where, what I mean? We wasn't, seeing eye to eye, you know what I mean? And of course, he didn't know we were seeing eye to eye, you know what I mean? I was just relaying my truths. And I think, what I mean? If you ask me, um, bro was just over here like, man, nah. And I seen the pattern. State your claim, be responsible over your intentions, because you don't know the intentions. But understand that if it's a pattern, if it keeps on going in the same like direction, then you got one or two choices. You can keep fighting, you can keep going in that karmic cycle, or you can walk away. I didn't want to walk away. I just wanted to like, like bro, like understand where I'm coming from, bro. You got me all wrong. But I think that's the youth, and that was the youth in me. Like, what I mean? You want somebody to see it through your eyes. You want, damn near the approval of them. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, like, approve what I'm telling you. Approve what I'm saying. And you know what I mean? If that's not in their path, if they don't approve it, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do? Do you hide? Do you keep doing the same thing? Do you keep on trying to fight for what you believe in? Or keep trying to fight for, the approval? Or do you walk away and, and, in hindsight, just wish for the best, you know what I mean? Don't talk down on nobody, don't talk bad about nobody. But whenever, still, this is, a thing, this is something that I gotta say. If you ever meet with somebody that's like that, and it comes to insults, and it comes to, the talking down at you, talking bad about you, when it comes personal, they start to, indirectly say they want to kill you, indirectly say that, they want to harm you and shit. It's no longer about, the agreement or the disagreement. It's more so like, it's more so like bow down. Like, it's like a kiss my ass energy. You know what I mean? If everybody is over here cheering them on, right? You know, or what may be perceived as cheering them on, and you say your truth that may be cut against the grain that you feel may be a little bit different. You know what I mean? But it's healthy. You know what I mean? Your intentions is not to be argumentative. It's just like, hey, well, how about this idea? This is what I think about it. You know what I mean? And I guess you would want the outcome to be like, man, hell yeah, like, okay, I feel you, young man. I feel you, brother. Yeah, that's a good stance. I could ride with that. But when it comes to like, you know, I guess what they perceive as, what you trying to do, nigga? What you trying to embarrass me, bro? You trying to say I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? Huh? Nah, nigga, kiss my ass, nigga. Nah, kiss my ass. You gon' kiss my ass. You gon' kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, nigga. And be like, bro, like, I ain't gonna kiss your ass, bro. Like, I ain't here for all that. I'm just here to, say my piece and everything. You feel me? This is my truth. This is what it is. You know what I mean? Once they start trying to call you a demon, once they trying to call you, this and that, you know what I mean? Don't ever take it personal. But at the same token, man, you know what I mean? Just, keep tabs, man. Be mindful. Be mindful. You know what I mean? And this just goes to honoring your feelings. Honor your feelings, man. If you feel in your stomach, if you feel in your pit that, you know what I mean, it's gonna be, bad. If you feel sick, you know what I mean, honor that shit, man. That's your ancestors. That's your spirit guide saying, brother, walk away. People will learn differently, you know what I mean? But understand that everything is necessary. So even if it came to that point, just understand that everything you accumulated in that time, short amount of time, relatively speaking, because you're going to live to be 60, you're going to live to be 80, you're going to live to be maybe 100, maybe 120. For that short amount of time, man, that's going to make the difference for the years ahead. So it was necessary within your growth, you know what I mean? Relatively speaking. So you learned a big, valuable lesson that you can carry with you, internalize, and you could transmute. You could understand people at a different perspective. You know what I mean? You could kind of approach things at a different angle. And sometimes that the most pivotal angle is just over here, just, showing them from a distance by just how you do and how you respond. Because, you know what I mean? For one, people take heed and people take wind. For one, you got their interest. So it's just something about you, you know what I mean? They might not like you, but they want to see how this gonna turn out for you. It's like, man, you know what I mean? Like, let me see what happens in his life. Let me see what happened in their life. Like, I just want to, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's smart. What he's saying makes sense. You know what I mean? So just let me see what happens. Like, let me see where he take it. Let me see where she take it. So, you know what I mean? With that being said, you caught their attention, but when it gets down to the point of, insulting and, calling them a demon and, kind of trying to humiliate you and things of that sort, man, walk away. Walk away, because at that point, man, the only way to ratify that in their eyes is for you to kiss their ass. And, if you got integrity about yourself, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, you ain't kissing nobody ass. Ain't no spirit greater than another spirit. Ain't no spirit, we might, fall, we might be a little bit, misinformed, because I don't want to call you weak. I don't want to say a weak, a spirit is weak. You just might be misinformed. You know what I mean? Somebody might have just not told you. You know what I mean? You might just, seen things differently. And that's just my spirituality. If somebody does say weak spirituality, somebody does say that's a weak spirit, then that's their spirituality. You know what I mean? We saying the same thing, just different. You know what I mean? I'm not, well, in essence, you know what I mean? Because weak to me means weak. You know what I mean? Weak to me means like you're not strong, you're not capable, you're not able, you're not the time and everything. That's what weak means to me. But what I'm thinking weak means to them is what I'm saying being misinformed. So, wordplay is something, and that's something to take account of, and that's just the individual, you know what I mean, at, different spaces and different levels and things of that sort. And my spirituality, I don't wish no ill will or nothing, because I'm a strong believer in karma. I'm a strong believer in, being a master of your manifestation, taking responsibility over your dialogue, and controlling your thoughts. You know what I mean? It's like a covenant to me. So, yeah, man. And it ain't about, the thing is that when people gauge your personality, you know what I mean? All we hear is kingship. All we hear is royalty. Don't let that shit go to your head, man. And don't let people saying that go to your head. You know what I mean? Because once they say you a king, once they say, boy, your mind in the seventh, eighth, ninth dimension, it might be. I don't know. But all I know is, granted, man, like, we all, whatever I got in me, you got in you. You know what I mean? Straight up. The greatest gift that God gave himself was relativity. And we all made in the likelihood of God. We all made in God's image. So granted, like, we can relate to one another. I ain't no bigger, I ain't no badder than you. You ain't no bigger, you ain't no badder than me. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. So, man, just yeah. That's all I got to say. It's been Tuesday. Appreciate it, man. 24th, March 24th, 2020. 2020, personal year 7, life path 8. We out here. About to go get it, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
What's good, family? You already know what it is, man. It's your boy coming at you one time for the one time. March 25th, Wednesday. Heading into the Western right now. They say we got to pick up some papers dealing with this COVID-19. Talk about some unemployment papers, giving us directions, saying, we got a disaster pay coming up on April the 2nd, things of that sort. Shit, I'm over here walking outside right now, heading to the light trail, UNC campus, UNCC campus here in Charlotte. You know what I mean? So, we just over here, the day, coming. Pretty nice outside today. It's like 55 degrees. Charlotte's going under quarantine tomorrow. It's a stay-at-home quarantine Thursday, 8 a.m., starting 8 a.m., all the way until April 14th. So basically they're saying that, stay at home, don't leave your yard. The only way to leave your yard or, leave your house is if you're going to the grocery store, if you got paperwork to go to work and everything, so your job has to give you paperwork in order to come into work and everything. But other than going to, I think, maybe the gas station, going to the grocery store, or going to a place of your employment with verification, there's no other reason you should be on the road. So that's enacting tomorrow at 8 a.m. which is different and everything, you know what I mean? And as well, this morning they just passed the surplus stimulus package, the coronavirus stimulus package. And basically, it's a $2 trillion package. And if you make $75,000 annually for those individuals, if you're single, you get $1,500. And if you're married, you get more. And if you got kids, you get even more. If you make over $75,000 annually, you get more than that $1,500. And if you already filed for unemployment, I think it adds $600 more on top of your unemployment, as far as that go. So, it's some times right now, man. It's some interesting times, that we in right now. So, we just taking it easy. My main thing is, if it got passed this morning, I need to make sure, my address is updated, because if it's going through mail, if the check is going through the mail, then the U.S. Post Office got something address totally different than where I'm at, currently, and as well as with my IRS and things of that sort. So, I just got to make sure that if that's the case, if they're doing it by mail, which I think they are, and not direct deposit, then we need to update our addresses and things of that sort so they know when to give it off to. But as well, I'm also in the energy of, I don't absolutely need it, I mean, it'd be nice to have. It would help. But if more people out there really struggling, like give it to them first. Make sure they okay before you get to, other Americans like myself. You know what I mean? Or other citizens as, myself. So yeah, man, it's interesting. I'm gonna come back later live, let y'all know how the day went. When yeah, come back later, let y'all know how the day went. And yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Everybody, y'all stay up. One love out here, man. Keep your head up. And, have a great day. Peace.
What's good, y'all? I'm talking about I guess like that. Alright? For real. Shit. I ain't gonna show y'all the boots, man. I ain't even gonna be capping like that. You know what I mean? But I did start working on the first video for the week vlog and everything. You looking at yourself, like handsome, man, handsome as hell. But yeah, man, I just started looking at the working on the Monday, March 23rd videos, chop all the clips up. Trying to make a whole week video and then upload it to YouTube. And, just have it like present it like that. Um, what else I got to say? Man, shit, where the shorties at? For real, bruh. Nigga, I'm telling you, man. Ooh, some girl, hey, look, somebody daughter about to get it. About to get this wood, boy. I ain't gonna cap, boy. I'm over here, goddamn, boy. For real, there, boy. I was feeling it today. I had these urges. And nigga, I was about to say, goddamn, boy. I don't want to try not to look at, I fuck with the no-fap, you know what I mean? I fuck with the community and shit. So, I be modeling that shit. I don't be, you know, I advocated, here and there and everything, but I don't like to keep up with the days. So as soon as I keep up with the days, it feel like, I be like too invested. Cause then if I do fail, I be feeling like shit. It happened time and time again. But I fuck with it, so I try to do, what the community's about and shit. But dog, bro, them urges was kicking my ass. I ain't gonna cap, boy. I was like, man, boy, I'm about to go. Man, what's up, boy? Where them cheeks at? Where them honey bun buns at, nigga? I'm about to get the boy, about to smash somebody. For real, boy. I ain't gonna cap there, boy. I'm about to go deep, man. Somebody thought about to get it. I mean, oh God. Oh God. But look, man, this ain't even what this here for. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, boy. Yeah, there, boy. You know what I mean? Chilling. You know what I mean? So, man, I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man. You know, COVID-19 pandemic 2020, we getting through this shit. Everything happens for a reason. It was necessary. And man, just find a silver lining in all this, man. You know, it's there. Trust and believe it's there, man. Spend time with your family if you can. Reach out to those who need somebody to talk to, and uh, self help is the best help, man. Help yourself. You know what I mean? Discipline your food, discipline your rations if you ain't got a lot. For my young folk out there, for my peers, man, y'all stay up, man. We gonna get through this shit. To the generation beneath us, man. They looking at us to be, an example. So let's lead by example and shit. You know what I mean? Do what's right. And yeah, man. Be honest, have integrity. You know what I mean? Morality and shit, man. Love yourself, man. Love on your woman. Hold her tight. Women, appreciate your man. You know what I mean? Everybody, y'all just love somebody, man, for real. Y'all know how y'all good, y'all got it until you don't got it. I'm telling you. So, man, make sure you hold somebody close and let them know, what they mean to you. Straight up. But I'ma holler, man. Y'all stay up. Peace.
What's good, family? Yo, man, today been a day. Been ripping and running. So looks like I got this new job with Wells Fargo. Amen. Hallelujah. But look, we got a silver rock coming out. I'm gonna hit y'all back up. Peace.
All right, so like what I was saying, today been crazy. You know what I mean? Well, not really, not crazy. It's just been, like long. Um, I got this call this morning. I got the Wells Fargo job and everything. Seems like it, you know what I mean? It's contingent on my background check, so I'm just waiting for this background check to pass and everything. And they had my fingerprints today, kind of very proactive day, you know what I mean? Very productive day. And it was like, it was good and everything. Something about me, I really hate like talk like the thing is like I don't know if it's the polar opposite in me. Like I want to be ignorant, but at the same token, I want to still be intelligent and convey that. And I know I can do both at the same time. You know what I mean? So I try to be in the middle with it. You know what I mean? And that just like comes off of just being true to myself. I hate the fact that to come across a certain way means the utmost positive, as if my centered self isn't positive. You know what I mean? And I'm a positive individual. I want the best for everybody. I want the best for myself as well. You know what I mean? Like family oriented. You know what I mean? And I do my and I'm honest with myself. I don't think that everything I do is dipped in gold and everything. You feel me? Like it's things I can work on, things of that sort. I'm honest with myself when it comes, that. And I'm always like, I'm just hard on myself. So you know what I mean? It's like I guess being hard on myself, like I always feel like I gotta make up for it through my speech or through like my dialogue and things of that sort. But everything I got in me is, abundant. You know what I mean? And I'm not lacking in any areas. You know, it's certain things that I need to strategize and put my priorities. I need to get more balanced in areas, but I'm not lacking in anything. You feel me? So I don't know, just coming to myself, man. I hate the word lame. I hate the word whack and shit, bro. I just hate individuals that's like, oh, this nigga lame, this nigga whack. Like nigga, you fucking lame, you fucking whack. Ain't nobody living for you. Like fuck you. Ain't nobody living to make you fucking happy. You make your own self fucking happy. You know what I mean? Yeah, people do some, weird stuff. Yeah, people may do some unfavorable stuff, some cringe worthy stuff, but like these still folk, man. But at the same token, you ain't gonna give me salvation, and I can give you salvation. You gotta save yourself. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, I would like today was like really up and down. I really didn't get like it was like up and down. I was cranky today. You know what I mean? I didn't get a lot of sleep and shit. And I was just like thinking like at this point in my life, you know what I mean? It's like damn, I wanna I think I want a relationship. Like I want a relationship, but I'm not sure if it's it does have something to do with just urges and needs, but yeah, a relationship. You know what I mean? I've been working on myself. You know what I mean? And I wanna meet someone. You know what I mean? But I was thinking in my head like, damn man, I should be fucking these bitches. I should be fucking. I should be fucking right now. You know what I mean? Like I should be getting some ass right now. Now I thought about it, it's like you going about it all like I got to download. Spirit told me like, bro, you're going about it in all the wrong way. Whenever we say share, the more you got, the more you have, the more you have to share, right? So in my first initial thought, I thought that that meant was like, yo, the more money bread you got, the more money you got, then give that off too, as well. If you got $1 billion, give away 500, give away 500 million, you know what I mean? Type shit, you know what I mean? Like, give the more you got, the more you give off, the more you have to share. And then it dawned on me, it's like, whenever you bring somebody in your life, you're not, you know, you can't, the way you go about it is how you go about it. But what Spirit told me is that you want to share your life with them. You know what I mean? The more you got, we invested in you. You know what I mean? Spirit says, we invested in you. We invested in your well-being. We invested in your abundance. We invested in your intellect. We invested in your wisdom. We invested heavenly in you. You know what I mean? So share that. Share your positivity with others. Share your life with others. Share your life with a girl. Share your life with your boys and everything. Share your life. You know what I mean? So whenever you involve yourself in a relationship, don't go about it in trying to come or trying to bust a nut and everything. Like share your life with these folk. You know what I mean? Share your abundance with them. Y'all should share each other. You know what I mean? And that's what love is. Essentially like you sharing each other. You know what I mean? It's not just sharing your bodies. It's sharing your mind, your body, and your spirit. You know what I mean? Share your life. So even Kim got a song called "Share My Life." Share my life. You can trust in me. So I was like, damn. Okay, it all makes sense. Like you know, you trying to fall in a relationship, but at the same token, you trying to give them 25%. You know what I mean? Whether that be just good sex, good dick, great dick. You know what I mean? But good sex and you know a conversation. Now share your life, like walk them through. You know what I mean? And as well, make sure that she's sharing your life with you too as well. You know what I mean? So y'all ain't playing each other. And as well, pay attention to the lifestyle because that's what's going to determine your karma. You know what I mean? I could have a toxic lifestyle and share that with her, and then it's a karmic situation and everything. More hell than heaven. She could be toxic, and vice versa. I could be heaven, and she can be heaven. Things of that sort. We sharing each other. So make sure that you pay attention to their lifestyle and how they move and everything, and if it's to your preference, because everybody got different preferences and what they deem as toxic and what they deem as positive is different between each other, and that's what makes us individuals. So it's like at the base of it, man, going into a relationship, share your life with share your life with them, you know, share each other. You know what I mean? And then from right there, it's gonna be the foundation of happiness. That's how you become friends before lovers. Y'all share with one another. You know what I mean? Share a common dialogue. Share a dialogue. Share what you don't like. Share what you do like. Things of that sort. So today I was like, it came to me just about like maybe 30, 45 minutes ago, man. Like the whole day I was frustrated. I was, felt like at least, you know what I mean? I was on the bus line. I was trying to get to somewhere. I was trying not to pay for an Uber. Thank God the buses were free, but I got off like way above my stop and everything, so I had to get an Uber regardless. You know what I mean? I had to shell out some bread that I'm trying to, didn't want to shell out. It was just a whole bunch of like, little shit and everything, but it was like I'm building up. On top of that, went to sleep. I was waiting outside, kind of being impatient. So, you know what I mean? It was like, I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot of just the lack of sleep, just my lack of just balancing my areas, you know what I mean, my priorities in life, like my work time, your rest time, and your leisure time. Those are three big areas in your life that you should always like balance out. You know what I mean? I was seeing like 222 today, and that's what that means. Like, take a balance in all areas of your life. The universe is calling out to you. So it definitely makes sense. That was definitely the manifestation of that. And I was just like, you know, certain things came out of my mouth. Not saying I wish I could take back, but it was just like my Lilith came out. And for those who don't know what your Lilith is or who Lilith is, Lilith was like Adam and Eve. They said it were God's first creations. But before Eve, there was a woman named Lilith, and Lilith came from dirt just as well as Adam, because if y'all remember, the story goes Eve came from Adam's rib. Lilith came from the dirt just as well as Adam, so there was more equality between them two. You know what I mean? Still equality between Adam and Eve, but it was more so like the foundation of them was like, it was, you come from where I come from and everything, right? So the thing is with Lilith is that, the story goes is that whenever, they was expressing themselves sexually, Lilith always liked to be on top. You know what I mean? Lilith not always liked to be on top, but she liked to be on top. Like that's what she preferred. And Adam didn't like that. I guess how much she liked it, how much that was happening, the rate of her being on top. Like, Lilith started questioning, Adam, like, why do I have to always submit to you? Why do I always have to be the submissive and things of that sort? Because, Adam liked to be on top. So they both like to be on top, but Lilith was like, nah, like, shit, like, I should be on top just as much as you. Adam felt differently. So the story goes is that Lilith was casted out the Garden of Eden, and she was so, mad and everything, pent up aggression, anger and everything. And y'all can see on y'all natal chart, it says Lilith. So Lilith casted out the Garden of Eden. They say that when she got casted out, she was having sex with demons. She was having sex with, the dark energies. And she herself became a serpent. And ergo, they say that she was the serpent that told Eve to eat the fruit out of the tree of knowledge. And that was the story of Lilith. So what Lilith represents in our chart is the dark side of us and everything, our darkness. My Lilith is in Taurus. So Taurus and Lilith means that, I have the dark side of indulgence. I have indulgence. I have, the care for money, the care to the finer things in life. I could shoo away my integrity. I could, forget about my integrity, forget about my morality, forget about, I could be a business shark, you know what I mean? Like, I could be very cutthroat, you know what I mean? Very cutthroat, and I have seen myself as that. So, like, be very cutthroat, take money, hand over fist type of mentality, overindulgence. I've seen that. That's why, that's what led to my sobriety, you know what I mean? Just because, whenever I used to get in a dark space, I smoked fucking all day. And at a point, I wouldn't even get high. But it just felt good to smoke, you know what I mean? So it's just the act of it. And, just as well as with drinking. So my Lilith is definitely in Taurus, and even when it comes to money, you know what I mean? You can be greedy. So even like, say I got this job, if I do get this job at Wells Fargo, the Lilith would be, all right, let me get this unemployment too as well because I just got laid off at my hours. And then, boom, let me get food stamps. Boom, let me get this and that. You know what I mean? To me, that does seem a little greedy because, the job is, sustaining me as well. And greed is greed, whether you can rationalize it. Because you can rationalize, sinful behavior, like just fucked up behavior. And that's what we always, that's what a lot of us do. I do it, you know what I mean? I've done it. Not to say I don't, I have to catch myself because and catching myself means that I'm in the act of doing it. So yeah, we always sometimes like to rationalize like, bad behavior, fucked up behavior and everything like that. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, it's human, but, you do know better. You know what I mean? God has shown you better and you have learned lessons. So it's like, you can't rationalize it. You got to take it on the chin. You got to be like, I was wrong. You know what I mean? I could have handled it better. Things of that sort, and moving forward, I'm gonna just try my best to, not repeat, those incidents and things of that sort. And that's all you can do. But, in order to be the best version of yourself, in order for growth to come within your life and, plant seeds of abundance and prosperity and positivity, it all starts with you being honest with yourself. You gotta pluck those weeds out. You gotta, you gotta harvest. You gotta harvest, and each new beginning is a new harvest, so make sure that you don't have any weeds left over from the last harvest that may have grown. You gotta pluck those out and everything so you could really flourish and prosper. And it's gonna be weeds on the way, you know what I mean? Because without the weeds, how would you know to become the best farmer, there is. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say. I'm gonna holler at y'all tonight, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Peace.
Out here walking. Come on with me. What's good, gang?
Yeah. What's today? Friday, March 27th. We out here. So, you already know. The near conclusion of this first week vlog. It's been a journey. It's been something. And a little couple thoughts. Let me run down how the day went today. Today was a pretty cool day. My mom came this morning actually, and we did like a we had she would asked if she wanted to walk or whatever. We used to do like little 5Ks in the neighborhood, and we walked the UNC trail. We walked, the whole thing. We first went on UNC campus, got to the trail, walked the trail, came up over on University City Boulevard, walked all the way up University City Boulevard, and crossed over on J.W. Clay. So it made like a whole 360 right back to my apartments and everything. And in total, that was like 3 miles and 3.87 miles altogether. So that was pretty dope and everything. So I said to myself, and it was kind of in lieu of my workout regime. I had forgot I was going, I was going to start my workout shit April. But I said on there every Friday that I was going to walk the boardwalk. I was going to go to the boardwalk and I was going to go out there and do, something. I'm over here making me a peanut butter and jelly. But I think I'm going to do that instead because that's a little bit more thorough, a little bit more intense. But, yeah. Shout out to my mama. I think y'all seen it. Y'all seen it earlier, matter of fact. And, yeah, today was pretty cool. After that, I've been having these bad sores in my mouth and everything. I bit the inside of my cheek. So I got these canker sores. And, man, this shit's been kicking my ass, bro. Like, this shit been hurting. So I went to the food line today. I got some Orgeat. And, shit, put that in my mouth. Shit been working. I'm gonna have to give me a straw because every single time I drink water out the jug and everything, be washing the shit away. But yeah, aside from that, man, it's pretty easy. Yesterday I did this the push-up challenge. Shout out to Jimmy. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy, Fit Family. Challenge my brothers. Did it tonight. Matter of fact, did 10 push-ups over here. Challenge my baby sister. Trying to get her right. And yeah, we still under quarantine and shit. Still holding it down. Still doing big. Shout out to the tarot card readers out there. Shout out to the, spiritual occult family out there. You know what I mean? The occult just means you know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. God's children, you know what I mean? We all connected. Shout out to, everybody, just really being positive, doing their thing, doing their part and everything. Shout out to the astrologers out there. Shout out to the spiritual advisors, the gurus, shout out to the preachers, shout out to the deacons, shout out to the women out there, shout out to the men out here, shout out to the children, you know what I mean? Shout out to everybody, man, just showing love and everything, And, yeah, man, I really ain't got too much to say. Oh, shout out to, little special shout out. Shout out to, I'm not sure what she want to be called, but on Facebook, her name is Shantae Deese. Shout out to her. I was just looking at her live. It was recorded yesterday, I think on the 25th. And she touched on something saying that, to get in touch with your shadow side. And I'm not sure if I touched on this, but absolutely, your shadow side is just, your side that's, the darkness in you. Your shadow side can be attributed to your Lilith and everything, you know what I mean? I think I spoke on Lilith earlier, but your Lilith in your chart is, the dark side of you, your indulgence or, what you don't claim that you are, but, kind of, it brings itself up to the surface just to show you that, you're human, you know what I mean? We all got a good side, we all got a dark side. And the thing is that, in this realm of reality, it's duality and everything, you know what I mean? So I believe God was created himself, or God, comes out of the realm of the absolute, where, everything is absolute, you feel me? It is what it is, you feel me? In that realm of reality. So God being the totality, God had to experience himself. Like, God had to say, like, what makes me God? What does it feel like to be God? What does it take, essentially, to become God? You know what I mean? So With that being said, he kind of broke himself off into, individualistic elements, individualistic aspects, aka the human race, aka, everything that grows underneath the sun, the moon, the stars, the plant beings, the dogs, everything, the plants, the human beings, extraterrestrial, everything like that that falls under, just life, anything that has a pulse, as in, with God and everything. So God had to experience himself. But, it's different realms of reality. In this realm of reality, we have duality. And I read before that the greatest gift that God gave himself was relativity. So being able to relate to himself, being able to relate, you know what I mean? So the fact that I can relate my pain to another individual, we might share the same stories that involve the same pain, is a blessing. The fact that I can relate my same joy to another individual and is essentially a blessing. So it's like, in a realm of duality, it's very important to own yourself and everything. I've spoken this before. We all love a successful criminal. We like somebody that can get away with it. We've seen it in Bonnie and Clyde. We've seen it in, the movie Takers. We've seen it in, you feel me? We always root for, the bad guy. When the police get involved, we always want the police not to, like infiltrate, you know what I mean? Even in like the Netflix series, Money Heist, you know what I mean? So it's like, and this is not the first time, you feel me? Just, that's the most recent one I could think of. But just as well, like I said, Bonnie and Clyde, we all like a successful criminal and everything. But we always look up to the people that own something. Even in, being African American or just within any culture that you're in, you know, people look up to the Jews because, the Jewish people, they're known for owning things. People look up to the Chinese because the Chinese are known for, being the imperialistic mindset coming overseas and starting anew, just as well as Africans, just as well as, the Irish people, just as well as, any race I'm forgetting, Asian, Jews, Celtic, Anglo-Saxons. It's always something that you can like take from something, but we always look up to like the individuals that own something. Even in, just like being a young African American, they always taught us growing up, like, own land. The elders get land, get some property, get land and everything. So with ownership, it has a deeper aspect to it, owning your faults, owning your darkness, owning your light, owning, yourself, and being honest with yourself. And the thing is, when you own yourself, you feel me, when you're honest with yourself, with the darkness and the light, then you're open up to the abundance of growth. You're open up to the abundance of prosperity. And that all, comes into play. But you always got to start with being honest with yourself. You always got to start with, I wouldn't say be hard on yourself, but, be your own self-critic and everything. You feel me? Now, you weren't born in this world perfect. You were perfectly you, but, you're just like, it's just like you go to the store and you get, you want to get some ribs and everything, but you get the cow. You got to shave off that fat till you get to the ribs, you know what I mean? Got to shave off that fat, and then boom, you got you some prime ribs. And then shoot, man, it's 4th of July, fireworks. So, that's just all that, this life is, just shedding off the fat, getting to the center, getting to the good meat. And shit, man, just over here picnicking, having a good time. You know what I mean? Whether that mean with the crust or without the crust, you feel me? Take time, it's a process. Got to put that jelly on one side, peanut butter on another. It come together, the duality, you know what I mean, to make a whole thing. So, like I did that. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's what it is. The darkness and the light within you. You come together, you're whole. And shout out to the Shantae. Shout out to Shantae. You know what I mean? She pointed that out. And I'm glad that she did point that out, because that's knowledge, you know what I mean? Another thing I was looking at, right before I go, another thing I was looking at, one of the tarot card readers, his name is Rich Luke, taught by this one individual who taught all the elites and everything, And he said that, your thoughts are like, can hold gravity, holding the thought in place. You feel me? So say you just focus on this one thought, focus on this one thought, i.e., that could be an example of you're focused on this one individual. You feel me? You're focused on this one opportunity. You got tunnel vision on just something. You feel me? And say if it's not to the point where it's unhealthy, to the that spirit's already telling you to move on. The ego saying don't focus, 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 keep going and out there. You feel me? This is the best thing. This is the best you can get, and that ain't the truth. You feel me? Like the best is yet to come. You feel me? That's what that's about. But you just holding that thought. He said that once you release that thought, once you release it, once you release the quantum mechanicals of it, then that thought has no where to go except to manifest into your immediate reality. So it's like, you ever notice that as soon as you stop paying attention to the girl that you want, she automatically wants you. As soon as you focus on your creative abilities, then the job that you want notices you more. Or as soon as you start working on yourself, that everybody comes in and you start wanting to be a part of what you got going on. It's just like that. You feel me? You could focus on your energy on like different aspects or different areas in your life and everything to the point where it can be unhealthy. Now, granted, focus is great to have and everything. You feel, be present. That's beautiful to be present and everything, because once you're present, you could see the manifestations, you could see the blessings like in real time. But everything, just like like we talked about, has a duality. Just as something could be healthy, something could be unhealthy, and that all comes, but being honest with yourself. So even if it does become unhealthy, release that. Then boom, you know what I mean. The quicker you can get to another healthy karmic cycle. But that's all a karmic cycle is. Is if it's not working out, you know what I mean. Spirit's gonna test you to see if you learned your lesson. It's gonna bring in something that represents the past, and it's gonna bring in something that represents something different. That's more favorable for yourself. If you go left to what was in your past, that's gonna tell spirit that hey, he wants this karmic cycle over and over again. If you want something different, then that shows spirit like, okay, he's learned his lesson. He's ready for his next step in his evolution. Her next step in the evolution. But yeah, man, this been Friday and everything. Just chopping it up with y'all, man. Hope y'all taking it safe. Season 3 of Ozarks just came out, so I'm on it. You know what I mean? Marty Bird, Ruth Langmore, Wendy Bird. You know what I mean? Helen Pierce. You know what I mean? Shout out to the cast. You know what I mean? The Ozarks, that's my shit. I been fucking with it. I just finished Black Lightning, and I'm on For Life. That I think it's by 50 Cent, but it's on ABC for life and everything. I'm watching it on Hulu. It's pretty good. Talks about, I think, this guy named Isaiah Wiggins or something like that. He was a convict that became a lawyer in jail and fighting to get himself out through taking on cases of other inmates and like getting them out as well, proving that the justice system overextends their sentencing, and it's unlawful and unjust. So it's a dope series. But yeah, man, good to chop it up with y'all like always, man. It's been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday weekly vlog, man. First of many, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all tune in. Thank y'all, and I'm gonna get back to watching my show and eating this duality right here. You know what I mean? This whole sandwich. Peace.